BYU football, the key to beating Boise State, win the turnover battle. There are interviews, and then there is next level. Game face on. Put the game face back. There it is. There it is from Jerem. The we refuse to lose atmosphere that Michael Alisa seriously brought with him to the BYU Sports Nation set yesterday. Here's BYU Football All-Access with the senior linebacker. Michael, let's get this thing started off on the right foot with a positive. Have you been pulled over by a cop in the last week?
Because last week you said you had more than 2 hands worth.
All right, let me think. What's the date today?
Wednesday, October 22nd.
No, in the past 7 days, no, I have not been.
Yeah, give it up.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah.
All right.
That's progress. Hashtag cinnamon rolls.
Okay, so BYU football, part of ESPNU's All Access, that aired for the first time on Tuesday night. What did you and the guys think about how the football program was profiled on ESPN?
I think they did a good job at capturing what we do here. And I really like that they caught the Thursday's Hero moment, because that's a big part of what we do. And I think it's an important thing to give back and to think about other people who have less. And or I guess I should say have more on their plate, right? Because they have a heavier load to carry. So, I think it was cool to see BYU highlighted like that.
You were in the film room. They showed a shot of you, and you were very serious.
I thought your performance was believable.
Yeah, I thought I
Really?
did believe.
Did it fool you?
You were really in the zone. Also in the zone, Monday, you went all Bill Belichick voice on some people. Let's play that soundbite and break it down.
I think a bigger part than that is guys need to be in the film room longer than they are right now. Guys need to spend more time learning the defense and just knowing exactly what their assignment is so they can play faster and not be what's the word? They can't be distracted by things that are going on around them. They have to know exactly what their assignment is, and if we can get to executing more soundly, then that'll solve a lot of our problems that we're seeing right now.
Okay, so there's this understandable lower tone on Monday.
And I thought it was well played, but I was like, was that Bill Belichick or Michael Alisa? Because you were more right here, and it's kind of a somber tone. But on a Monday, after a Saturday game like that, that is the tone. Luckily it's Wednesday, and do you feel better?
Absolutely.
Your tone of voice is,
Yeah.
see the influx is better.
And here's why. So after the game, you don't really get to get rid of that cloud that's hanging over your head after a loss. And I mean, it's been 3 losses, so guys are just down in the dumps, and you don't get to get rid of that until Monday's practice. And we practiced Monday night, so that interview happened before that practice. Monday night, we
couldn't get it out.
Yeah. I couldn't get rid of that frustration yet, which we all plugged into practice. So we had a sweet practice Monday night. We pulled up the defense right before practice, and our leaders stepped up and were like, "Listen, I'm not gonna, go into this long spiel, but what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna give 100% today to beat Boise State. What are you gonna do?" And we called it up, family on 3, broke it down, and we had a sweet practice. And I think that's what it took to get guys breathing again, and we start to get our swagger back, because I would venture to say that I think we lost our swagger. What happens when after a loss? I mean, for you guys, what happens when you go through something tough or you have a failure?
Yeah. You have a horrible show.
It's tough. It's really, the energy's low. The motivation dithers a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and the way to get that back, go back to work. You go back to work and start just chugging away. And then you start getting your confidence back up.
So were these players that were saying this to each other? Is that what you're saying?
And so this week has been just a whole new feel, because guys are realizing it's on me. I'm not going to wait for somebody else to pull me out of this. It's on me. Guys have been a lot more vocal. Players have been calling each other out. I'm not saying in a negative way, but just, hey, man, make sure you do your job, because we all know that we need each person to go 100% in their cubicle. I mean, we have there's a whole office, right, that's doing their thing, but in your cubicle, do as much work as you can, as fast as you can, as hard as you can.
Let's talk about the context of that soundbite that you gave on Monday, talking about how guys need to spend more time off the field preparing for the game. What does that specifically mean? Are you talking about just film study, playbook study? What do you want guys to do to be ready to run full speed against Boise State?
Yeah, I mean, well, what would you say that the guys need to focus on? I mean, just as a fan, I want to see the fans' perspective. Like,
Okay.
what do you guys need to do more?
Assuming that with some inexperience, that just knowing their assignment sound, what's the assignment for individual guys, some of the younger guys. We've seen flashes of brilliance from Warner and Taki and those guys. Unfortunately, Taki couldn't play, but knowing where you need to be, that kind of stuff.
For me, it feels like there's a
That's
little
what it
bit
felt
too
like
much
you were getting at.
thinking going on. Like, where's my check down? Where am I supposed to be in this?
What's my key?
Yeah.
All that stuff.
You guys hit it right on the head. I think the guys are getting a little too tight. We realize like we're letting the pressure build up after these losses, and guys are getting tight, and we're not playing anymore. Just play the game, and the only way you can really do that is when you know exactly what you're doing. That's when you can go fast, and that's when you can just react instead of being so uptight and thinking about what's going on the sideline, what the coaches are thinking, because at the end of the day, after the whistle blows, after the ball is hiked, nothing else matters. Not the fans, not the coaches, not even your teammates on the sideline. It's you right there on the field, and you need to do your job. And that only happens when you prepare.
Michael Alisa conducting the interview here on BYU
The
Sports
tables
Nation.
have turned.
Why don't you flip it up? What do you think, Spencer? You tell me what you think.
He didn't say it with vitriol.
I like that though. That's a fair question. What do you think we need? And that's the perspective that we had. And so, I guess that's kind of the idea we took from what you said, is that we just want guys to be able to respond and go fast and not have to think about, oh wait, where should I be? It's just, I know I'm supposed to be here, so I'm going to go over here.
Absolutely right.
I want to follow up on you held a Monday night practice. Why the night? Normally it's the morning, right?
Yeah. Well, so being a BYU school, Coach Mendenhall doesn't like coaches to work on Sundays. So we have our team meeting early Monday morning. Then we do a lift, and the coaches can watch all the film that they need to watch throughout the day to prep for practice that night.
Oh, you always practice on Monday night?
Mm-hmm.
It's FHE every Monday for BYU football. Is that what you're saying?
We are a family. That's our family home evening.
Who brings I know what the activity is. Who brings the treats?
Coach Ulmer. He brings protein shakes for the whole team.
Does he really?
Yes, he does.
Who gives the
We have
should've
that
known.
after every practice, though. We have these little protein shakes that we all drink.
the chocolate milk or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've advanced from chocolate
Have
milk
you?
now. Yeah. So we used to be the creamery, right? Creamery chocolate milk. I thought we were going to go to cookies and cream milk, but we went to the full protein shake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Full protein shake.
Not messing around. BYU Football All-Access with senior linebacker Michael Alisa on BYU Sports Nation. Let's talk about Boise State. We addressed the fact that this could be like a season-changing game because of where it falls on the schedule. Given that you're coming off 3 straight losses, it's really difficult to win on the Boise Blue. Does the team look at this game as like, if we win this game, the whole season flips?
I've talked to the team about this. This is the kind of game that shows your character, that defines a team, especially where we are in the season, what's happened over the past couple of weeks. This is the game where that separates the boys from the men. This is where guys step up and just take control of their destiny. I don't want to sound too rah-rah, but in all honesty, this game is huge, and big stage, great team that we're going against, and great opportunity for us to show exactly what we're made of. Because when the tough gets going, they're going to get tough. Yeah.
You are noticeably more serious in this interview, and I think a lot of that probably has to do with the fact that BYU's lost 3 times. But has that turned into focus for the guys and increased motivation in some way?
No doubt. If you could see a practice now and compare that or contrast that with practices in the past, I'm not saying that we weren't practicing hard, but in terms of every single person being dialed in and players holding each other responsible and accountable for their responsibility, night and day. With the past 3 days have just been amazing in practice, and I walk out of the IPF, or I walk off the practice field just feeling like today we beat Boise State. Today we got better, no doubt about it.
There is a need for leaders on this team because your quarterback Taysom Hill goes down, and so you scramble and you look for guys like, okay, who's going to get in people's faces? Who's going to motivate us?
And Craig Bill said, or Alani Fua said, it's hard to lead from the sideline.
Yeah,
Like
when
you
you're
need to be in
injured.
the game.
Who are those guys right now, and what kind of things are happening to assume those leadership roles?
I'd say the senior class has definitely stepped up. Would you like names in specific or just in general?
Sure.
Because there are a few names I could give you, but that wouldn't be just because even young, underclassmen are stepping up, and they've caught the itch to call out other people as well. For instance, in practice the other day, deep ball, there's a safety on the receiver, and he breaks up the pass, and the ball, flies up in the air for about 3 seconds and then lands on the ground. And there was a corner that was close enough that had he been sprinting to the ball like we're all coached to do, he could have easily had a pick and just drop right in his lap. And so we're all running up to everyone else is sprinting to the ball, and he kind of slowed down a little bit, and everyone runs up and says, "Hey, get there. That's a pick you just missed." And it wasn't like we're getting on that guy because we do it to everybody gets that. So it's not like he's like, "Oh man, now everyone's mad at me." But he realizes, they're right. And the next play, he's going to call it somebody else. And because of that attitude now, the whole team is lifting each other up. And that's something that we haven't had over the past couple of weeks.
What's the best thing going right now with BYU football? What makes you happy?
Practice. The attitude in practice right now, that's something I can hang my hat on and say that's something that makes me happy. And that's a strong positive that we have going right now. And it's hard. After 3 losses in a row, it's so hard for guys to just smile and forget about it, because this is our life. And we've put so much time every day. We're up at 5:30 at the school. Aside from school and football, we're putting ourselves in the film room, watching hours of film every day. And we've been through fall camp, but so when we lose, I know the fans are mad, and just a little shout out to the fans who've stuck with us. I've gotten numerous tweets of guys saying, "Hey, we're with you all the way, true blue, we bleed blue, go 42," and the truth is that it means more to us than people think. This is life for us, and it matters.
I asked Mitch Matthews yesterday, describe in one word the state of BYU football right now. What would you say to that? And I'll tell you what Mitch said.
That's tough. There are so many words that come to mind, but I would say right now, the word is fearless.
Ooh, fearless. He said ready. You're in the zone right now.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in the middle of practice right now.
Oh yeah, and the reason why I like ready. The reason why I chose fearless is because right now we're playing for each other, and it's almost like that nothing to lose mentality. I mean, what else is there to lose? We've already lost everything. I feel like we've already had our pride stripped from us over the past couple of weeks. Now we are the underdog, and we feel like we have that chip on our shoulder. And we're going into Boise State with something to prove.
Let us do our part.
Which we haven't.
We haven't done
recently.
our part the past few weeks, and that is we need to give you the BYU Sports Nation karma. Michael Alisa in the zone with the BYU Sports Nation karma.
Game face on
Bring
today,
it on.
man.
is
Bring it
very
on.
real.
Bring it on.
I want you to go play right now.
I'm ready.
I want to play right now.
Mitch Matthews, I'm ready. We're all ready.
Let's go. Hey, Michael, great to talk with you again. Good luck against Boise State.
Thank you.